Hi, my name is Navya and I live in Curacao. And if you want to know where is Curacao, Google it. It's, it's the most easier way to find it. But anyway, today I would like to talk about something that happened to me about a couple of weeks ago. I met a friend of mine, actually an acquaintance of mine. I haven't seen her in a while, and I noticed that she wasn't looking well. She looked like she was deteriorating. Actually, I don't know whether you can say if people is deteriorating, but yeah, she was looks kind of shabby, and she wasn't looking well, and kind of uh, yeah, she said she took some medicine and she was kind of dizzy, but she wasn't looking well compared to the way I know her. She wasn't looking well. But the thing is that I remember that in the past we used to talk a lot. We used to be very close. I used to talk a lot, and I've noticed that actually I've talked to her about it. That I've noticed that she used to come and tell me a lot about her relationship, and based on that, I concluded that it was a very toxic relationship, and I was I was also in similar relationship at that particular time, and I made a decision to just quit it, stop it because it was too much toxic and it wasn't balanced. So I told her also to I advise her to do the same, to choose herself, put herself first, and stop the relationship because she was giving a lot, actually a lot, financially she was the one providing for the relationship, emotionally also she wasn't getting much out of it. Actually she was giving everything. So I told her, I recommended, actually I advised her to think about it, and then do as I did at that particular in that particular time, to just stop the relationship. But she didn't want to do that. She was kind of attached to the person. I can understand, and she didn't want to be alone, so she chose to stay in the relationship. But she used to come talk to me about it, tell me all about her negative experiences with that particular person, and because of that I choose to cut our relationship, because I said, you make the decision, you have free will, all of us has free will. You make a decision to stay within the relationship. It's your choice, it's your free will, but that doesn't mean that you have to burden me with your negativity. So in those times I decided to make an end to our to our acquaintanceship, and I didn't have much contact with her, and that this was like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. And last maybe a week or two ago, I saw her again, and she wasn't looking well. She was looking, something else. The partnership she was in, the relationship she was in, or she is in, besides giving financially and emotionally, she is the one, the other partner is also addicted to some kind of drug, so I don't find that's a good idea to remain in such situation, but it's her choice. She chose to stay in it, and I choose to distance myself from the whole thing because I said it's none of my business, and I don't want to hear about it. And it's her choice, you know. She lives with it, and she deals with it also. But a couple of weeks ago, I saw her again after a while, after a period of time, and I noticed that she wasn't looking well. You know, she looked like she she looked like she was also on drugs. On drugs, you know. That's the impression that I got, and I find it such a pity because I don't know for sure whether it's the case, but she was giving a lot of symptoms of that she was on drug on that particular moment. But I just talked to her and you know, and greet her, talk a little bit about things and life a little bit, uh, and then say goodbye. But based on that, or based on that particular experience and some other experiences that I've had in the past, I noticed that I have to that it's my test, or my yes, it's my test to a lot of times see people and notice that they they have to make some changes in their life, advise them, but after that take a distance, you know, take a distance and then let them deal with it. My experience is to let the person the let the person enjoy their free will and the consequences of that also. Don't tell them, or tell them maybe once and then leave it because everybody has their own free will and their own choices that they make, and they have to live with it. All of us, me too. But the thing is, I recognize things, situations, and experiences because I've dealt with a lot of things. I've experienced a lot of things, and I know a lot of things. Sometimes I just know this is not going well, you know. But that's why I can see it. I think it's a gift. That's why sometimes I just see it in a situation. I see the situation and I recognize uh, uh, the direction it's going, and that's why I advise the person, you know, you better take it, make do it different. You better do it different. Yes, change the way you approach it, or maybe just finish it or cut it off, because it won't be good for you. And in this situation, this example is exactly what happened. You know, I advise her to just finish it because it wasn't good for her, but her choice was to stay in it. And and with that particular consequence, that yeah, she's like going the same in the same direction as the partner. But for me, the test is to see it, recognize the situation, and accept that it's their choice, you know, her choice. And sometimes I find this difficult, but it's something I have to just learn to deal with it. You know, it's going better. It's going better because sometimes it's also your partner. You know, that you advise something, and that he may feel that it's not worth doing, or and that you have to just take a step back and let them deal with the consequences. With partner, son, same thing with my son also. I just have to. I can advise him something. He's a big man. I can advise him something, recommend something, but he's the one making the choices, and he has to deal with the consequences of the life. So that's my test, and I have to deal with it. But I find that I'm dealing it. I have more strength, and I'm dealing with it much better now, because in the past I used to just stay on the person and remind them, but it's not worth it. It's just I have to just respect their choice and let them make the choices, free will choices, and carry the consequences and live with it. And when they find it's worth make a change, they won't make a change. Otherwise they won't. But it's their choice. I have to just learn that I learn actually that we have free will, and we make our own choices.